Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel, to our channel members, anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and appreciated. Um, yeah. Oh, today we're going to talk about Christmas. It's that time of the year again. It's that time of the year where, of course, you see love in the air, you see sharing, you see joy and happiness. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Um, Now there were some of you who were asking, do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Easter? Do you celebrate these pagan festivals? And I'm like, oh, because I'm not celebrating, I shouldn't wish those who celebrate a happy holidays. Your Majesties, do you think that way? Personally, I don't think that way. Because I don't believe in this or because I don't practice this doesn't mean those who practice it are something else. No, I think I keep saying it here. Before Christianity, we were Africans. We were those of African descent. We are melanated people before Christianity, before religion. All right. So it was religion that came in, and then we said, okay, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm this, I'm that. No, I'm going to this church. No, I'm going to that church. Oh, it's my church that will take me to heaven. Oh, your own church will take you to hell. Before religion, we were one people. So we shouldn't rely on what divides us. No, but we should focus more on what unites us, on what brings us together as the melanated people. So because I'm not celebrating Christmas, doesn't mean I shouldn't wish those who celebrate a happy holidays. And it's even a season where you, whether you take it or leave it, you are going to feel it. It's in the air. Everybody around you are doing. You see, when I say our emotions were captured, I wasn't kidding, Your Majesties. That they've dealt with us. It is hard. It's gonna be hard. Before I came to the state where I am today, it was difficult. It's not easy. So you don't expect that when you people just listen to you, oh, it's a pagan festival. So people just agree it's a pagan festival and then they stop celebrating. No, things don't work with force. Allow people to gradually discover the truth for themselves. Your own job, my own job, is to say, okay, this is what history says. That is what history says. What I believe is my business. So allow people, respect people's decision, whatever they want to believe in. Allow them, respect them. We shouldn't use emotions to start turning ourselves. That's why you see there's always commotion and everything because of we always try to use our emotions for things. All right. To Christmas celebrations. Christmas has nothing to do with the birth of Christ, and nothing is as it seems, because a lot of things that we see and think that, oh, this is how it is, you might be shocked when you go down to the root of whatever it is, and then you get to discover that, oh, so all the while is not what it seemed to be, right? So all this, the truth is that is a truth, but you're not going to be happy with it. Most of the feasts, the festivals we have in Christendom are all connected or tied to the pagan worship and pagan festivals. Do your research. You don't just hear people talk and then you say, okay, it's the devil that is using this person. We're all, we are good at that. Do your research yourself. All right. They are all tied to the pagan worship. And why? There is a reason why. And that's what we're going to get to today. There are some clips I'm going to share with you. But before then, this whole thing started in 1582 at the Council of Trent, right? Why? Because they felt like when they replaced the pagan feast with the Christian feast, they're going to get a lot of converts to Christianity. So, of course, all these people are celebrating the sun god on the 25th. So, if we decide to say, okay, the Yeshua that we preach about is born on the 25th, it's going to divert the attention of these people to the Yeshua that we talk about. And this is how a lot, if not 100%, of the feasts that are celebrated, the festivals, are all connected to pagan worship. All right. Now we will also get to the calendar that we use today. Of course, as they change the date, they messed up with a lot of things. I'm not, Your Majesties, is the truth. They messed up with a lot. They messed a lot of things up, and that's why we are where we are today. We were having 13 calendar a month in a year, and it is 12. They messed with the numbers. They messed with everything. So sometimes even what you think is history, when you see, a lot is messed up. A lot is messed up, Your Majesty. So I'm going to leave you with some of the clips so that we'll take it up from there.
I know I've said many things, but have you understood anything? On that Christmas and Easter, the reason why sometimes I throw those conversations is because I found a Muslim criticizing Christmas from a historical perspective. And he said, believers, you don't know your history, you don't know your God, you don't know what you believe in. And of course, all these things began when there was an alteration of the calendar, because the ancient Jewish festivals used to be celebrated under the lunar calendar, which has 30 days. But you study the history, the calendar we use is called the Gregorian calendar, which is a Roman calendar. That's why we have 365 and a quarter day. I've never lived a quarter day, but the deception of science makes me believe they are quarter days. So because of that, when you parallel the lunar calendar and the Gregorian calendar, many Jewish events don't fall on the place. But by adoption of the Gregorian calendar and adoption of Roman culture, we begin to discover that Christmas had nothing to do with the birth of the Messiah. It was a celebration of the sun during the equinox, where the sun will disappear on 24th, and that's where the concept of Mary came from, that God has slept on 24th. And so people knew they can now become violent. You can do anything because God is asleep. And then God will wake up on 25th. And those who live in the poles, it is always winter, but on 25th, they enjoy the sun on his strength. So it was the celebration of the rising and the resurrection and the birth of the Son, but not the Son of God. And now you begin now to get the history and the story of 24th. God is asleep, and many people celebrate 24th. That's where they drink, because the spirit of the day is still available. You'll be surprised. Christmas is celebrated globally. In fact, it's the leading holiday globally. Many of the Christmas trees we are buying, they are made from China. They don't believe in Jesus. But on Christmas, they will put their trees, and they will put, you remember Santa took over Christmas. So even our children don't anticipate for Jesus. It is about Santa. And Santa was given the red garment by Coca-Cola, because early in the 50s, they discovered what a day to sell Coca-Cola. So now they decided to rebrand Santa from green, and they gave him red garments. Please, these things are in history.
We will see how the Gregorian calendar that we are following might not be correct, and that there is another calendar that everyone should know about. We will start with the beginning of our present calendar. In the year 1582, the Pope of the time, who was Gregory XIII, was advised by the Council of Trent to change the Julian calendar, which was the official calendar in that time. They said this was to be done to realign the Christian feast Easter, which no longer fell on the right season. But people found out that in reality it was done to align the Christian feasts with the pagan ones. What they said to reassure people is that if they replaced the pagan feasts with the Christian ones, then more people would be drawn to Christianity. So was this true, or was this in reality just to cover up for many of the real practices of the head of the church? When Gregory XIII changed the calendar, there were many people who were manifesting against it, because they did not want to lose 11 days of the year. And there is still something else that you should know about our current calendar. Even though it was named after the Pope, he was not the one who made it. It was made by an Italian astronomer named Aloysius Lilius. But then, before it was officially installed, it was first modified by a reform commission that was led by a certain Christopher Clavius. He was a well-known Jesuit who worked for the Vatican. So after refusal from many different countries, the Gregorian calendar finally became the official calendar worldwide. But is this calendar that we are all following correct? There is one amazing calendar that did not change as the rest of the world did, and that is the Ethiopian calendar. This exceptional calendar that resisted the test of time was not only a calendar with a rich history around it, it is the most authentic calendar that is still around today. It all starts by some revelations that have shown it is derived from the works of Enoch. You should know that his books have been preciously kept in Ethiopia and Egypt since countless years, and Enoch had a calendar that not many people know about. An Enochian year is completed in 364 days, and then few days are added at different times to keep the season's timing in place. The Ethiopian calendar also closely resembles the ancient Egyptian calendar, which is one of the oldest in history. The calendar divides the year into 13 months, just like the Ethiopian one, and their calendar was based on an astronomical concept. It goes after the heliacal rising of the star Sirius, which marks the first day of the year, and it is also in coincidence with the arrival of the highest point of the river Nile's flood at Memphis. And the new year of the ancient Egyptians was on Mescharon. This date is also the actual Ethiopian New Year. And guess what? The date falls on our 9/11.
All right, Majesties. I just hope that you got something and you can do more of your own research to this whole thing. And anyway, it seems YouTube is messing up with my channel these days. So when you see videos, you give them thumbs up. All right, give the video thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Share the videos so that you can get to people. We really need to awaken ourselves as the melanated people. And like I say, whatever you do, you're teaching. This is so delicate. Religion is so, it's a delicate topic. So you don't just want to force people into believing what you feel is the right thing now. Before you became enlightened, before you became awakened, you were the way they were. And you took your time. Give people time to decide on what they want. We mustn't believe in the same thing. Allow people to have their own opinions. All right, for those of you who celebrate the holidays, happy holidays to you all. And I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Always your majesties. Bye for now.